Hello everyone, my name is Alexandre Nedelec. I'm a French developer working at Avanade, and I'm very happy to be here at Pulumi Up. In this session, you are going to see how you can industrialize the configuration of your GitHub repositories using infrastructure as code. Why would you want to do that? Well, that's the question. Why would you want to treat your GitHub repositories like any part of your infrastructure? Well, first, because creating a GitHub repository is something you do each time you start a new project, whether it's an Azure repos or GitLab repositories, whatever you are using, you want to create a Git repository, you want to add collaborators, you want to define some rules, maybe branching rules, pull request rules, and we will have to set up a CI/CD pipeline to deploy your application on a cloud server or on-premise server, and you have to grant your pipeline access to this server. Of course, while doing that, you will want to follow your company standards and convention. Maybe you'll have to use some templates to create your GitHub repositories. Maybe you have some branching rules or branching strategy to follow. Maybe you have a specific license to use, whatever you need. But in any case, you have some things to respect. In addition to that, you must ensure you follow best security practices. So maybe you don't want to use a secret to authenticate to your cloud server. Maybe instead you want to use mechanism like OpenID Connect, for instance. What do we do in IT when we have some process that can take some time, that require manual steps and can be repetitive and can be sometimes complex? Well, we want to automate that. And how do we do that? Well, to do that, we can use infrastructure as code. And that's exactly what we are going to see next, that we can create GitHub repositories and configure them using Pulumi. For that, the best is to go through a little demo. The scenario will be quite simple. We will create a GitHub repository, configure it for it to be able to directly provision resources and deploy application in an Azure subscription. For that, we will use OpenID Connect or workload identity federation. The basic idea is that the pipeline will exchange its GitHub token against an Azure ID or Microsoft Entra ID token. And this way, it will be able to authenticate to Azure to provision resources or deploy application directly without having to maintain a secret that can expire. To do that, we have to configure a few resources. So on the GitHub part, of course, we have a Git repository to create. We'll create a workflow file in it to contain our GitHub action workflow. And we have to set up some secrets or variable in the GitHub Actions part. On the Azure side, we have some resources to configure in the Microsoft Entra ID. We have an app registration to create. We have a service principal also, and we have to configure a federated identity credential. It's this part that will make work the OpenID Connect Trust. Of course, we will have to assign a contributor role or another role to our subscription for the PayPal to be able to do some things on the Azure subscription. Now, enough talk. Let's go see that in action directly in the code. Okay. Now we are directly in my code editor. So I'm using a JetBrains IDE, but you could use whatever you want. I've already just created before a project using the Azure TypeScript template. So with the Pulumi new command, I've defined a new project, a dev stack. I have set the package manager to use to PNPM, and I will be using the Europe region as my default Azure location. You can see that my dependencies have been installed, and that's it. Here's my project. I have not modified anything for now. So we can see in the dependencies in the package.json file that we already have the Azure Native Provider register, but we will also need the GitHub provider and the Microsoft Entra ID provider for our scenario. So let's change that. So I've added the Azure Native provider that was already there, the Microsoft Entra ID provider that is also known as Azure ID, it's the all name of Microsoft Entra ID, and our GitHub provider. We can now install the new dependencies and go directly in the code file. So in the index.ts, we have already some code from the template. We can just remove everything and start from scratch. There we go. So I will just add the instructions that we will need to do. So different instructions of the different resources that we will need to create. First, we can do some imports. We import the different providers. So first we can do the GitHub one. There we go. We can also do the Entra ID one. Azure ID. And we will also need a Pulumi package. Okay. The first thing we can do is to create our GitHub repository. So for that, we'll create a new repository. Okay. We will have to give it a name, and we'll be able to configure some parameters. What we can do for the name is to set a setting in our config file. So we have a config file that just contains the Azure default location for now, for our dev tag. We could add some new setting with the Pulumi config set command. So GitHub repository name, and we can name it Cloud Ready. Okay, we'll just retrieve this configuration in our code. So we can do that by just doing a new config. Up. And because it's a required config, a required setting, you can use the require method. So we'll call it repository name, for instance, and we can use it then when defining our GitHub repository. For the parameters, we have different options to set. For instance, we can set the visibility to public. You can also say that we want to have a wiki section. We'll auto-initialize our Git repository. We can also give it a license. Let's take MIT, for instance. And we have many other things to parameters. Let's keep that simple with these parameters. Maybe we want to have some outputs, so we could need the repository full name. Oh, I forgot the const. Here we go. And we could want also the repository clone URL. So that's something we can get from the repository outputs. So clone URL. Now we can test that, but to be able to deploy some resources on GitHub to create the GitHub repository, we'll need a token. The same way we register some setting in our config file, we can also register a token, and we can just make it a secret so that it's encrypted directly with the -- secret directly encrypted on this file. So this way I can set my GitHub token. However, if I just input it there, you will see what is my token. So instead of doing that, what I can do is directly inject in my terminal the token that I already have on Pulumi OSC. OSC is a place to store configuration and secrets for your environment. I've already an environment defined, and I can just retrieve from this environment the token I need. So this way I can then do my Pulumi config token, and my token has been injected in this environment variable. You can now see it there. It's of course encrypted for me to be able to commit it securely. And I can just exit Pulumi OSC. Okay. To be able to test my application, I can do a Pulumi watch. So this is going to watch for modification of on my file. Each time I save my file, it will deploy the resources. It's like doing a Pulumi app continuously, or it's like having a hot reload on your infrastructure's code. Now that we have created our GitHub repository, we can do the parts on the Azure side. So we have to define an application, an app registration in our Azure tenant. We can do that with the Entra ID package, application, and we can call that Cloud Ready GitHub Action App, for instance. And I think we just have to define a display name, Cloud Ready Action App. Okay. Same for the service principal. So we'll need to define a service principal associated to the Entra ID application. Okay, it will be a service principal. Let's call it service. And we just have to link it to the application we created. Client ID is the application.client ID. Okay. I just press save, though it's automatically updated. Now that we need to do the OpenID Connect stuff. So we have to create from the Entra ID the application federated identity credential. You can see that there are a lot of parameters to configure, and I don't know them by heart, so I will just use a small snippet here to create that. New Entra ID. Entra ID UK. Oh. Create Entra ID like this. Okay. There are different parameters. The application ID, so the app registration we just created before, the audience, the issuer, and the subject. What these parameters are telling is that we are doing an Azure ID token exchange, so exchanging GitHub token against an Azure ID or Microsoft Entra ID token. And for that, we are taking a token coming from our repository on the main branch. That means only pipeline running on the main branch will be able to exchange their token against a GitHub token for this app registration. Of course, we can also define other application federated identity credential if we have other branch that want to work. We could also define, instead of defining a branch, we could define that for a GitHub environment. Again, we will keep things simple and just stay with that. We have created our app registration. We have created our application federated identity credential. Now we need to authorize the service principal to be able to provision resources on our subscription. For that, we'll give it the contributor role. For the contributor role, what I like to do is to create a new file, call it Azure built-in roles. And in that file, we can just define the role we need. Here, the contributor role, and with the corresponding GUID, the corresponding string to this role. So this Azure built-in role don't change, so I just define them as a const here that I can then use directly there. So we'll need to have our subscription. So let's first retrieve our subscription. We can retrieve the subscription from the Azure config. So now I'm currently logged in my terminal with the Azure CLI. That's how the Pulumi is provisioning resources on Azure. So I can retrieve the Azure config using authorization get client config output, something like that. Okay, I'm missing an import here. Yes, that should be better. So now that we have that, we can get the subscription ID from it. So Azure config subscription ID. And we will be able to do a role assignment. So assign the role, so we want contributor. So we need to define the role definition ID. It's just that what we created before, the Azure built-in role file. It will be the contributor. Then we have to give it the principal ID. So service principal.id. The principal type, it will be service principal. The scope will be our subscription. So we have to do a Pulumi interpolate because the subscription ID is an output. Subscription ID. Description, I think we did everything. Okay. Let me just show you again what we have done. We configure our app registration, our service principal. We just gave it the contributor role. We configure the federated identity credential part. We also created the Git repository at the beginning with the we didn't do the YAML file for now, and we didn't do the variables or secrets part. Let's start with the secret part. For everything to work properly, we'll need to log into Azure using the application we have created before. So we need the application client ID. We need to know our subscription ID, and we need to know the ID of the tenant, the Azure tenant. So for that, we'll create different secrets on the GitHub action path. We could also create environment variable because technically they are not really secrets, but I prefer to create secrets. So let's create them. GitHub. So it's action secret. So let's call the first one tenant ID. We have a repository to give, so it will be repository name. We have also to specify the secret name. It will be Azure tenant ID. A plain text value, it will be the tenant ID. You can just get it from the Azure config. And it will be the same for the other. So not be a tenant ID, but subscription ID. Subscription ID. We already have a variable for this one. And the last one is client ID. So the client ID is the client ID of our app registration. App registration.client ID. Here we go. It should be okay. Okay. So now that we have defined everything, we only need our the file that will contain our workflow. For that, let's create a new file. This is a very basic workflow. In this workflow, we have to specify two permissions here for OpenID Connect to work properly. So that's what we did. We have only one job that is doing two steps. The first one is to log into Azure. So it's using the client ID we have defined in the GitHub Action Secret, the tenant ID, and the subscription ID. So here they are not a secret from the service principal or the app registration. We didn't define any secret in Microsoft Entra ID for that because this will directly work with these three variables and the GitHub token on the pipeline that will be exchanged against the Microsoft Entra ID token. And then just to prove it works correctly, we are just doing an Azure command that is listing my resource group and my subscription and taking the name of the first one. We can see that everything has been created while I was speaking. So now I only need to do the pipeline file. We just use a snippet for this one. What we are doing here is just reading the file we have created here using a read file sync method from Node. It's convenient because we are using Polymer. We can use methods from different packages. So we have the pipeline content here. And here we are creating a repository file, a file in our repository, on the main branch with this path and the content we have previously retrieved. Of course, it's a Git repository, so we have to give it a commit message, author, and the commit email. And that's everything we need to do. We'll just wait for the update to complete, I think, and see if it works properly. Yeah, I will do that. So pull me up. Our infrastructure should already contain most of the resources. I just think the repository file have not been created yet, but everything else should be already created. Okay, it's even our file has been created. Okay, great. I can just retrieve our full name. And what I will do is I will run this repository here. Oh, it's missing this file. I think it may not have saved it correctly, so I will just okay, here we go. So the preview showed me that the repository file was not created yet. And it's now updating it. Okay, it should be good now. So let's come back to our repository. We can do a git pull. Okay. So we have everything we need now. And so what we can do is run our pipeline. And we can just yeah, we can just run. You can see our pipeline has been triggered, and if we can see our pipeline just work, and we can even see the log if we want to. And in the log, we can see that the login was successful using OpenID Connect. It executed our test command, and the output is the name of one of my resource group. So the demo is finished. We have seen that with just 80 lines of code, we have been able to configure a GitHub repository. This repository is now initialized with a pipeline that is able to deploy on my Azure subscription. Of course, it's a very simple case, but you can imagine everything we can do from that. We could even define multiple templates and do some kind of internal developer platform, maybe using Pulumi Automation API. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much for listening to me, and see you next time.